What's up, guys? It has been a while since I've done a stream. I just have not done, man, I have not done anything except play that RPG, Star Ocean, for a long time. I just wanted to do a stream. It's not going to be super long. Mainly I just want to do this because seriously, like, you guys don't even know. Like, the videos that have posted so far for Star Ocean are a little bit behind. I have several more that are coming down the pike, as they say. It has captivated all of my free time to the point to where I'm you know, I'm trying to, you know, break myself away and focus on some other things and do some other stuff. So I got to get this channel back to other things as well. Don't get me wrong, I love RPGs. I love JRPGs, old school role-playing games. I love them to death. And Star Ocean's a good one, but there are other things that, you know, that I can be doing with my time. What's up, guys? Luke is here. Retro Bros here. Anybody else that happens to watch or join in, you're welcome to comment, join the chat, leave feedback, do all that kind of stuff. Let me know if you can hear me. Let me know if everything sounds good and looks okay. I would appreciate that. I'm going to check it on my phone just to see what I can see. And go from there. Yeah, it seems okay. Okay, that seems okay. Ugh. So there's a couple things. Luke mentioned that there's a new Hyperkin clone console coming out for the TurboGrafx. I have seen this. Carl actually was the first person to tell me about it. He had posted something about it on Twitter. I did take a look at it. It is emulation, but it does have some pretty cool stuff. It has controller ports for the actual TurboGrafx. And I'm not sure if it's PC Engine ports, like controller ports, or TurboGrafx controller ports, because they are different. You can't hear anything? But it does have some pretty cool stuff. That's strange, because the audio is coming through. Oh, you're messing with me. Mr. Funny Man, how dare you, Luke? These are not the ways of the Force, Luke. Alright. Well, I'm glad the audio is working. Anyway, so yeah, it looks kind of cool. It looks okay. I'm, you know, not as interested in the clone consoles as I once was. I'm just kind of not. I'm one of those guys that owns a bunch of like old school retro hardware, and I think that's kind of where my focus has really lasered in on, is just sort of what I really want to play and what I really like the most. Because man, we don't have a lot of free time like we used to, right? I just don't have as much free time as I did, and I can't really focus in on too many things. I mean, that's why, like I said, for the past month, the only thing I've done on this whole channel basically is play one game. And that's a lot. That's a lot. So anyway, Luke says, also, it sounds like Max has inspired you to play with your Wii U. That intro was on there before Max got all Wii U'd. Before he got all Wii U'd. He's really into the Wii U. It won't last. I know how these things go with people. Like, he's really into the Wii U right now. He's having a good time. He's tinkering with it. He's modded it. He's installing a bunch of games. He's having a good time discovering stuff. Believe me, I've been there several times with the PlayStation 2, with the, all these different consoles. And you'll go through these phases where you get super excited and super into a console, and you'll want to, like, for the Saturn, I want to burn all the games for the Saturn, and I want to make a whole Saturn, like, collection of games, and then I want to learn all about those games, and I want to do videos, and I get all excited about it. And then I get interested in the 3DO, and I want to do the 3DO, and I get all excited and I do the 3DO for a while. And it's I get it. You know, I'm interested in the Wii U right now because he's interested in the Wii U. So that is true. He did get me back into thinking about it again. But these things come in waves. John and I were talking about this, Retro Bro. We were talking about this the other day. He's been really involved in his PC gaming. That's how things go, right? Sometimes we get like real caught up in a specific type of gaming or a specific thing. Luke says, I want it just as a cheap entry to TG16 as long as I can play repros, that and the possibility to play them in HD. Yeah, I'm not hating. I'm definitely not hating on it. Any type of TurboGrafx console that comes out, I think, is great. And I'll probably end up getting one at some point if it's affordable. Just as like, you know, just as something to have, or maybe like a gift to give somebody. I don't know, something like that. I'm not hating on it. Luke says, yep, I'm like that with every new console I discover and get into. Absolutely. That's the fun of it, is to get manic and just like get really involved in it. And then, you know, do it for a while and go on and do something else. Evil Knievel is here. What's up, Evil? How you doing? Huh? How's it going, Evil? Evil, I have to ask you a question. Do you know someone... This is how I know Evil's not my buddy, even though he sounds almost exactly like this guy that I've known for years. Evil, do you know someone named Letty? Do you know someone named Letty, or did you used to know someone named Letty? If you do, things are about to get crazy. I mean crazier. We used to, me and my buddy, back and this was like in the early 2000s. We used to do an internet radio show before there was podcasting, before there was a pod to podcast on, before any of that. We had an internet radio show on Live 365. Live 365. So it was on Winamp. And on we hosted it on our own server. It was called The Void. If you're ever curious and you can find it, I don't know, it might be out there somewhere. It's called The Void. And it was with me and with some other people. And this guy was involved in that. Luke says, you guys have seen me do that with N64 Master System. Absolutely. I've done that with N64 Master. I will do it again with N64 and Master System. Because I go in like cycles. Like I always come back to, like, I'll do Master System for a while. I'll do Genesis. I'll do Super Nintendo. I'll do NES, TurboGrafx, Sega Saturn, 3DO, Atari Jaguar, PlayStation. And then I'll cycle back and I'll start. Oh, now I'm interested in the Master System again. Oh, now it's the Wii U. Back to Super Nintendo. You know, I just go through these like waves. I come in waves. I know that you're not that dude, Evil, but it would be funny if you were. And let me have my fantasy, Evil. Let me believe what I want to believe. Don't take away my dream. Don't be a dream killer, Evil. Let me believe. Evil says, I saw that anecdote. I'm not that dude. Yes, I know. Luke says, Cyrus did the pod before he had a pod to piss in. That is correct. How about the Virtual Boy? That's one I've never explored. I think I did an emulator once or twice for the Virtual Boy and kind of was like, okay, I've done that. Yeah, not really something I've cared about. Not to say that I wouldn't ever play it if I had a chance to play an actual Virtual Boy. Well, I did play one way back in the day at a Sears. They had one on display I played, and I was like, okay. Evil says, so what did you talk about on the podcast? It was, oh, hey, what's up, Raya? How you doing? And just another viewer, how you doing? The podcast was about, it was like hot topics. It was hot topics. It was, this was back in the Howard Stern era of radio. So we were trying to do sort of a Howard Stern radio kind of thing, sort of, maybe, kind of. It was interesting because there was two shows. There was the show The Void, which I was one of the hosts on, and then there was another show that I produced, and it was a sports show, and it was called Game On. And we did both of these shows on different days. One was on Saturday, one was on, I think one was on Friday, and one was on Saturday. I think that's what we did. And the sports show was hilarious because I was always the guys that were doing the sports show were really serious. Like they were trying to actually, like, basically they were doing this. This was way back before it was popular to do internet radio. It was kind of it kind of had a stigma to it back in those days. You know, people were kind of like, internet radio, whatever, you know. But they were basically doing this show as sort of to build up like demos for like real radio. They were like, because I don't know if I've told, I mean, you guys probably know, I went to school for radio, television and radio broadcasting, and I worked at a TV station for a while, and I worked with some of my friends at a radio station in Dallas. So I have a little bit of experience in that field. At least I used to, because that field doesn't really exist the same way that it used to, but back in those days. So anyway, I was producing this show for them. I operated the board. I would play all the drops. I would get all their stuff for them. And I would mess with them all the time. They would be doing their super serious sports talk, you know, where they talk like this, and they're talking about, can you believe that the Dallas Cowboys have signed free agents this year that, you know, they were doing their radio thing. And I would play the craziest little audio drops out of nowhere just to mess with them. And they got really mad at me. At a certain point, I think they had enough, and they just were like, all right, that's enough of this. We did a bunch of shows, though. It was fun. It was a good experience. Both shows were fun. Yeah, I just had some Fighting Vipers. This is running on my PlayStation 3. I just have it running in the background. Let's see. How you doing, Rhea? Evil says, come to my stream once just and give me, and I'll pretend I'm your old friend. One day, Evil, we will hang out. One day we will. Don't take this personally, Evil. Please don't. This is not an insult in any fashion or form. I love you, Evil. I think you're hilarious. I just don't want to go on shows where people are talking about certain topics that I would prefer to avoid. And that is not against you. It's not against anybody. I don't go on a lot of John's streams because things are talked about that I just don't want to be around. I just don't want to. There's just too much crap. So I try to be like, I'm good. So yeah. Nothing against you. One day we will hang out, I'm sure. Luke says, I just watched the first episode of Andor. I was so bored it didn't feel like it was even part of the Star Wars universe. Really? Oh, man, I'm sorry to hear that. I feel like most people are going to have that reaction to Andor. I feel like it's not what people are looking for who are looking for Star Wars. Like, I personally loved it. I thought Andor, I watched all 3 episodes that are out, and I thought it was very entertaining and really good acting, which was really strange to see in a Star Wars. It didn't and you're right, it didn't really feel like Star Wars. You know what it felt like? It felt like Rogue One. It felt like Rogue One. And that was what my problem with Rogue One was back in the day when I saw it. I initially did not like Rogue One at all because I felt like it really didn't feel like Star Wars. I mean, it did, of course, towards the end, you know, but a lot of Rogue One, I was like, what is going on here? What are we doing? But it grew on me. And over the years, I actually started to really like Rogue One. And now it's probably my favorite of all the newer Star Wars movies. And maybe that's just because I'm looking for something different. You know, I'm just looking for something different, and that's probably why I am really enjoying Andor. But you know, hey, I get it. It's not for everybody. It is slower, but I love the actors, and I like the way it's being told, and I like the way it's shot. The cinematography is very nice, so I'm enjoying it. It feels kind of like Star Wars meets Dune meets Blade Runner, kind of, maybe a little bit. It's interesting to me. Yeah, sorry you guys didn't like it. I'm enjoying it though. Just another viewer says, so that's why Cyrus is a word ninja. He's a shock jock. I'm not a shock jock, sir. Sir, how dare you, sir? Do not label me. I do not label you. Luke says, I'll get through the other 2 episodes, but man, this one was a snoozer. Oof, oof, as they say, oof. Second to me is just like watching a Ninja Kitty upload. Oh, that's terrible. Don't hate on Ninja Kitty. You know, not everybody has the same personality, right? Everybody has their own personality. Some people are just different. Some people are just different. Just in the view, Cyrus, I haven't said that you know what console. Thank you. I appreciate that. Okay, so we're not liking Andor. I get it. Dean TV. What's up, Dean TV? Dean TV keeps it real. He doesn't like anything fake. Like wrestling. It's real, man. Dean TV's a real deal, y'all. What's up, Dean? Just another viewer. Seems like we had the same reaction to the first episode. Okay. Evil Knievel. I will avoid those topics when Banhammer anyone. Okay. Yeah. You got to do what you got to do, Evil. You got to do what you got to do. Everybody got to do what they got to do. Cyrus, I just got Twitter. Are you in the twat? I am twatted up. I am all over the twat. I am doing twat again. For a while I was not twatted, but then I twatted, and I twatted my twat on Twatter. And you can get me there. I think that my Twitter, there should be a link to it on my YouTube channel. It's SMG64 Cyrus. SMG64 Cyrus. You're welcome to tweet at my twat. Dean TV. It's fine to hate on Ninja Kitty. He's a cop. Oh, wow. Okay. Hot take. Coming in hot. Just another viewer. Cyrus, my Ninja Kitty comment is a joke because he has thin skin. Everybody has thin skin at some point. I know I have. I know there's been plenty of times when people have messed with me. You know, it just depends on how people catch you at different times. You know, if you've got a lot going on, you know, personal stuff, or if people have been like really giving you a lot of trouble, there can be like times when things get to you a lot more than they should. So I don't hold it against anybody. Sometimes we're going to overreact to things. It does happen. It does happen occasionally. We have to learn from it though. You know, we have to try to figure out our weaknesses and our mistakes and try to improve ourselves. So it is what it is. It is what it is, as they say. Luke says, I'm going to create a new porn site and call it Twatter. Yeah. I can't wait, Luke. I await with bated breath. I await with the bated breath. Dean says, Carl might be participating in a battle royale soon. I got to read all Dean's comments like that. I think it's appropriate. I can't wait, Dean. That sounds great. Just another viewer. Cyrus, are you watching Game of Thrones? You mean the dragon one, the House of the Dragon? I am. I actually am enjoying that one as well. It's not as I would say up until the last episode, it hasn't been as interesting as I would hoped. it was pretty good, but the last episode was really good. I thought the last episode was a lot of crazy stuff, so it was pretty good. I'm enjoying it. Yeah. Is Twatter a real? I hope not. It might be. Oh, you act like you don't know all of a sudden. Luke has twat amnesia. Twatnesia. He has twatnesia. Just another Cyrus, I know you said that you won't do evil, but how about bro? The way you word that. Come to the dark side. No, I won't do evil. Or wait a minute, maybe it's the other way. Sigh. No, you said you won't do evil. But how about? That's gross. We're bros, but not those kind of bros. You know what I'm saying? I have no problem. Me and John are great friends. It's just sometimes I don't want to be involved in certain discussions because it's not what I want to do. I'm just not doing that. So there's nothing against anybody. Just sometimes I don't want to talk about certain stuff. I'm just, like, bleh, don't want to do that. Dean TV says, are you near Love Field or Fort Worth, Cyrus? Not trying to dox or anything, but somewhere in that area? Wow. Why are you asking? Why? What? Is there a reason you want to know that, Dean? Just want to know, like, in what proximity I'm at? I live close to DFW Airport. We'll say that. There. I have narrowed the search. I'm near DFW Airport. So Luke says, Cyrus, don't do men. Not with that attitude, Luke. Do evil. Oh my. Oh my. Oh my. Yes. George Takei. Or is it Takei or Takai? I don't know. Maybe both. Oh, anyway. Yeah, I know everybody likes to stream a lot. I don't have time to watch everybody's stuff. And a lot of times I'll try to watch as many streams as I can. But when people start talking about things that I'm really just not wanting to, I don't care about anymore, and I would really just, bleh, then I kind of zone out, and I usually stop watching at that point. But I try to be supportive of my friends and people who have been cool with me. It's tough to know if people are cool with you or not these days, though, right? Because I see a lot of weird stuff that goes on, where people pretend to be friendly with each other and then end up shitting on each other as soon as they get on another stream, or as soon as that person leaves the stream. There's a lot of weird stuff that goes on. So there's another reason why I don't go out of my way to really go hang out on a lot of streams. I just get like, I think I had enough, I've had enough of a lot of the weirdness that comes with being on YouTube, because it is a weird place. It is pretty weird. All right. Dean says, 'cause my brother lives in Dallas and he wants me to come down, and who knows, we could meet up at Dave and Buster's and I could show you some real games. Oh, thanks, Dean. Thanks for the help. Very helpful, 'cause Dean keeps it real. Just another viewer. Cyrus, I traveled to Dallas and Houston a lot. Whataburger or In-N-Out? Oh my God. I've never eaten at In-N-Out. Not one time. In-N-Out has not been in Texas for very long, and I've never been there. I just have never wanted to go there. A lot of people have said it wasn't that great, so I kind of was like, whatever. But of course I've eaten it. It's Whataburger, Luke. That's a whole different kind of meal. It's Whataburger with everything on it. Yeah, Whataburger, absolutely. Tricombe 79 says, certain topics aside, let's discuss politics, religion, and sexual orientation. Oh wow, yeah. Yeah. Keep it simple, you know? Yeah. Non-controversial. Just another viewer. I actually don't like In-N-Out. Yeah, I haven't heard good things about it, actually. The only place I've heard good things about In-N-Out was on The Big Lebowski. They seem to enjoy it on The Big Lebowski. But that was in 1998. And actually, the story, it was set in the early 90s, so God knows what's happened with In-N-Out since then. Evil Knievel. You mean you don't see my 24-hour streams where I sleep? You should probably not do that, Evil. You should probably not do that. I mean, I don't want to tell you how to run your channel. Oh my God, I'm not trying to tell anybody how to run their channel. Oh, please. Let's not start a whole thing here. But, no. Yeah. Just another viewer. Cyrus, don't go to my weird channel then. All right. Fair enough. Fair enough. Tricom says that's some weird, wild stuff. That's some weird, wild stuff. Yeah, that's right, Johnny. That's right. Hi-oh! I love going to Terry Black's barbecue. Oh. Okay. There's a lot of, I mean, this is Texas, right? Barbecue's kind of the thing in Texas. Of course, everybody thinks barbecue's the thing wherever they're from. But, you know, it's Texas. Cyrus take on Evil's 24-hour stream. Take me on. Take on me. Take on Evil. That's what I like about you, Evil. You like to sing little songs. Like I do that too. I have this tendency. This is why there's like little things that you do that are very, very much, very similar to my friend and to me. So here's to you, Evil. Here's to you. Real men of genius. Here's to you, Evil. Cyrus is channel gate. Yes, I'm channel keeping. I am the gatekeeper. Are you the key master? No, I'm the key master. Wait a minute. One of us is the key. One of us is the lock. There's a gate involved. It's all sexual. That's all I know. It's all sexual. Anyway. Just another viewer. If you are close to DFW, then you aren't far from Terry Black. Worth the drive. Worth the drive. It's always worth the drive for good barbecue. It's always worth it. There's so many, man. I don't know the names of all the barbecue places that I've been because there's so many good places. I just don't remember the names. There's one in, well, I won't give away too much of what I'm familiar with because it could really, people taking notes, let me add this to the database so I can track this motherfucker down. Anyway. Tricom, when is the Cyrus Radical Karaoke Explosion stream? Oh man, I used to enjoy doing karaoke. I used to do drunk karaoke on my channel. I had a really good time doing that. I still have all my karaoke stuff for my PS3, and I have several karaoke games that I could do that, but I haven't been drunk in a long time. It's been a long time. It's been a long time since I've been drunk off my ass. But we did have some good time doing karaoke once upon a time. Maybe I'll do that eventually. I don't know. Luke says, is it true what they say about Texas? Yes. The answer is yes. I don't even need to know what it is that they say, but whatever it is that they have said, it's probably true. Texas is a big state. There's a lot of people here. It's a lot of different stuff going on. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Unless, of course, wait a minute. Is this a oh, I see what's happening here. This is a reference to Full Metal Jacket. That's what this is. How dare you, sir? How dare you? It's not just that comes from Texas. There's other things from Texas as well. It's not just that. Anyway. Evil says, Cyrus gun pointed to your head. Wait, let me try to read like Evil. Cyrus! I can't do Evil's gun pointed to your head. You have to marry one of the Golden Girls. Who you pick? Who would I pick if I had to marry one of the Golden Girls? If I got to marry one of the Golden Girls, like if I had the privilege. God. I mean, Betty White, right? She's hilarious. I love Betty White. Definitely. You know? Absolutely. And who wouldn't want to marry Betty White? I mean, or at least be around Betty White a lot. I don't know, marry, but you know what I'm saying? The stars at night are big and bright. That's right. That is correct. That is correct. The drunk or the karaoke? I haven't done either in quite a while. I have not done. Man, the last time I was drunk, like really drunk, we had like 50 videos made about it. It was on Reddit. It was on Tumblrs. People had like created entire memes and like endless posts on social media. I haven't been drunk. Seriously, I know you guys probably don't believe this, but I haven't been drunk since I got drunk in Pennsylvania. That's the last time I've been drunk. And that was the worst drunk because I was drinking. I'm sorry, John. I love you to death. But I was drinking the absolute most garbage version of alcohol that you could drink, which is, I don't even know what White Claw is. What is that? What was I drinking, John? What did you do to me? I will never drink White Claw ever again in my life. If anybody needs a commercial made against like White Claw, I can do that. I'm the spokesperson for the anti-White Claw community. We've got to start the anti-White Claw cult. I'm leading it. I volunteer. I will be the leader of the anti-White Claw cult. John says, I miss Cyrus' impression. Oh, it'll happen again, John. It'll happen again. Evil. It'll happen again. Just in the viewer, is Cyrus doing a Gilbert Godfrey? Oh my God! I can't do Gilbert Godfrey either. B. Arthur was the correct answer. Damn it! B. Arthur was a oof. She made you work for it. You know what I'm saying? You could tell. Like B. Arthur, she was gonna make you work for that shit. She wasn't giving that shit away. You know what I'm saying? Luke said Blanche is a hoa. A hoa. She probably has monkeypox. I wouldn't mess with her. Oh my goodness. How dare you, sir? It's very judgmental. Betty White, no teeth. It's teeth, sir. Teeth. Pronounce it correctly. Teeth. John says, well, to be fair, I was kind of drinking everything. That's true. We had, what all did we drink? We had some kind of raspberry, what was it? It was some kind of raspberry flavored bourbon or something. I don't even know. Some kind of whiskey. We had a bunch of shots of that, and then we had that absolute garbage White Claw. I'm sorry. Sorry, John. I'm not being judgmental of you. I'm just not a fan of the White Claw. Can't do it. Sorry. Yeah, that was weird. The White Claw forced Cyrus to retire from drinking. Pretty much. Yeah, I used to enjoy the occasional Coors. Light. And, of course, my Glenmorangie, which got me into so much trouble. Glenmorangie, Scotch whiskey, is Scottish Highlands Scotch whiskey, by the way. That is responsible for the absolute worst stuff I've ever done on the internet. There's a couple of incidents, one of which you guys are intimately familiar with. The other you probably don't know about. But it was years and years ago, and it was on another show that I did with some other friends of mine, back when it was called One Man Asylum, before it was the Epically Geeky show. I had to leave that show for quite a while. And one of the reasons I left that show is because there was an incident. And I drank about half a bottle of scotch and passed out and threw up on the show. It was really bad. It was really bad. This was many years ago. This was like, I want to say like 2014. Good times. So I really shouldn't drink. I really should not drink or be allowed around children, right? That's the other thing that I was told. I should not drink or be allowed around children. You guys know. You guys know what I'm talking about. Evil says, Retro Bro, I just saw your comment from yesterday saying a drug lord in the Caribbean, and this is my guilty pleasure. You are, I wouldn't be surprised if Evil is some kind of evil. He's actually evil. He's like some kind of satanic drug lord, like Johnny, what is it? Was it Johnny Montana from Scarface? Yeah. Just another viewer. Can the Shock Jock stream with a soundboard? Good times. Back in the day. Back in the day. Luke says, to be fair, I would have to get hammered to be around Saggy. Oh, wow. Really? Do you not enjoy the company of the Saggy? Saggy's hilarious. I love Saggy. She's very sweet, too. She's only, I think she's abrasive to people that don't like her or that she doesn't really like, but, and I guess she is a little loud. But, you know, I love Saggy. Justy CG killed the soundboards. Oh, you talking about, yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, we really don't do that anymore, right? Because it's pretty cheesy, you know. On radio shows back in the day, it was funny if you had the right drops, you know. Opie and Anthony used to have really good drops that they would hit. But it's been a long time, man. That's a long time ago. Now it's like when people do like sound effects on their shows, it's like it's garbage. It's like they play some stupid like applause or whatever. Like it's the same applause track they all play. I don't know where did they get this applause track from? It's like from some sitcom or something. I don't know, but it sounds really weird. It's not even funny. That's the thing. Like it's just like weird. It's like, okay, thanks for that. Is this supposed to let me know that we're all having a good time? we're all having a good time because there's an applause track. Like, what? So, yeah, I don't know. It's weird. Johnny Montana wouldn't change my name. Yeah, do that. Opie and Anthony ruled. Yeah. Back in the day, man. Back in the day. Remember when they used to, I don't know if you listened to Opie and Anthony too much back in the day, but I used to listen to them religiously. I listened to them a lot. They used to do some hilarious stuff, man. Like, I mean, crazy stuff there's no way you could ever get away with anymore. The 55-gallon drum challenge, do you remember that? Or when they used to spray, they filled up super soakers. It's going to sound crazy if I even say it. You're not going to believe me. Nobody believes this stuff even happened. They used to fill up super soakers with pig's blood and sprayed hot chicks in bikinis with it. It was bizarre. It was really bizarre. They did some funny stuff, though. Good times. Good times. Cyrus will destroy RTU if he did that style with soundboard. You know, I don't like to have beefs with people. I really don't. I think it's just a waste of time, and people use it to like as some sort of like promotional tool. Like anytime you have a beef with someone, they just sort of exploit it, kind of like an e-beggar exploits things. When you have a beef with somebody, it's just like this mechanism that people use to just grow their channels and benefit from it in some way. It's like this, it's like fake, weird, it's gross to me. Like, I have a problem with this YouTuber. Oh, I've got a problem with that YouTuber. What I've learned over the years of making tremendous mistakes on my channel and having actual real beefs with people is talking about it on the internet and making videos and stuff about it. It's just not, there's no reason to do it. There's really no reason to do it because you're just helping whoever it is you're talking about. And the audience is just going to eat it up and help stir that pot to try to generate more content because they're interested in that kind of content because it's amusing or whatever. And if that's what you want to do with your channel, if you just want to have a channel where you're just stirring the pot and amusing people with fake bullshit like beef content, then great. Go do that and have a great time doing it. That's awesome. There's a lot of people who want to see that stuff and they get off on it. It really makes people happy. It doesn't make me happy. I don't enjoy it. I enjoy talking about video games and playing video games and just having a good time hanging out with people. Just chilling, you know? So, yeah. Anyway, I don't have a problem with Rich from Review Tech. I don't even know who the guy is. I've seen his channel. I know what he does on his channel, his different channels. I'm aware of him. But these guys are fake. Like, most of what they do is not even real. And if their opinions they have are calculated to try to get, like, a response. You know, that most of what they say and what they do is all BS. It's just because they think this is going to get them more, revenue. So there's no reason to even engage with that crap. I have no idea who Rich is. If that's who cares, right? Who cares? Let's see. I love to watch Cyrus game stream where he impersonates Alex Jones the entire time. Yeah, well, poor Alex Jones. Poor Alex. All he ever wanted to do was just do a show where he could make up insane shit and sell products to people. That's all he ever wanted to do. What's so different about Alex Jones compared to every other YouTuber? He just wants to say crazy shit and sell you things. I mean, what's the problem? I don't know. Why the hate? Cyrus, I said destroy because if you did a stream like RT, you'll be so... Oh, you don't have to tell me that. I appreciate you saying that. You don't have to tell me that. Don't butter me up. Don't butter me up. We've got enough lube as it is. Luke says, I do consider Saggy a friend. It's just fun to give her hell. It is. She enjoys it. She lives in the fire. The fire. John says, Cyrus. Oh, it's always funny when John refers to me as Cyrus. Cyrus. Did you see that you son Alpha Beach made an appearance on Evil's channel? No, you have to send me that, John. You have to send me that. You son Alpha Beach. Good times. I miss our late night gaming streams, John. Well, yes, all of them. All of the streams, my friend. All of them. You do not be telling me to watch your streams, John. I will be telling you to watch my streams. This is a... Yes, do not be telling me. I telling you. You and my dog. Yes. Evil Knievel. In regards to the Opie and Anthony thing, it's sad what's going on about comedy. We should be even edgier than the 80s, but we are going backwards. Well... the world has changed a lot. The world has changed so much that I don't think we can put that genie back in the bottle. You know, I don't think we can go back to what we once had. Yeah, I don't even know. The world is so weird now. It's tough to even know how to even talk about what's going on. But people, because of I guess this is what I would say. I think because everybody has become public because of social media, like everyone is doing things in the public, it makes things more sensitive, maybe. I don't know, but I definitely feel like social media and all the different aspects of social media have really ruined all of our experience online. In fact, most of our social interaction experiences in general. So, and I don't know what you do about that. I think it's just kind of the way it is. Yeah, things were better when we weren't as connected. I definitely believe that we're not supposed to be this connected. Let's see. Luke says, speaking of my OnlyFans is about ready. Not that I'm trying to sell you on it. You're doing an OnlyFans? I wouldn't be surprised, Luke. I can't wait to see your OnlyFans. And I will believe that this is a serious comment, regardless of what you tell me later. You've already said it, and we never really joke. Isn't that what they say? We never really joke. Yeah. Just another viewer. Cyrus, that's why you go on Evil Stream. Well, one day we will hang out at some point. We will do that. Luke says, you can't be edgy anymore because everyone is offended by everything. You know, I don't know, man. I don't know. I think that's definitely obviously a part of it. You know, everybody's got their heart on their sleeve, and they're ready to proclaim, they're ready to cancel somebody else at the drop of a hat. You know, they're ready to claim victimhood and to blame other people and make everything out to be like whatever. Absolutely. But it's complicated. It's complicated because while all of that is true, there's also, you know, it sucks because, you know, the whole story of the boy that cried wolf comes to mind because there's all this crap that goes on all the time where people make things out to be worse than they are and plays victim and all this kind of stuff. That's true. But there's also a lot more actual BS that goes on with crazy people trying to like do crazy stuff. And you guys know what I'm talking about. You've seen it. And unfortunately, because of all the boy that cried wolf crap that goes on, it makes it really difficult for the people that actually go through crap to get heard, because so many people just kind of roll their eyes and they're like, whatever, man, you're just playing the victim, you know, or you just, I know that was said to a bunch of us, but there's nothing you can do about it. You know, there's no reason to like, I just stopped even talking about any of that crap, and I don't even want to go there because what's the point? It is what it is at this point. The internet exists and it's not going to change. Just another viewer. What are the chances if I make a harmless upload with Mullis talking about virgins, I will get struck? Look, I'm still friends with Mullis. I like Mullis a lot. We get along well. I know that everybody is not the same, and different people have different opinions of different people. So I'm not going to sit here and try to tell anybody to think a certain way or to be friends with different people or whatever. Everybody has their own choices about who they're friends with. I have taken a lot of heat from the choices of friends that I've made, and I've taken that heat from different people on all sides of things. Absolutely. But I stand by my friends, and I love my friends. Do I agree with everything that my friends have said and do? Well, obviously not. But I also don't want to go around, you know, just constantly bringing up everything that I disagree with and everything, every incident where me and a friend of mine have had an issue. That's not, I don't think that's healthy for me or for, you know, the whole idea of friendship in general or any of that. So I choose to just be friends with who I'm friends with and not, you know, not get into the woods. Try to stay out of the woods as much as I can because the woods are dark and full of terrors. So anyway. All right. Well, I see we're getting into that and that's fine, but I don't really want to do that. And I actually have to go. So I've enjoyed hanging out with you guys. Hopefully y'all have a good day. Try to just be cool with each other. You know, I know that's hard to do on the internet. I appreciate everybody being cool with me. So anyway, that's about all I got to say. You know, thanks for coming here. This channel is supposed to be about games. We're going to try to keep it on that. And we'll hang out again soon. But anyway, I do have to run. So, Evil, thanks for being here. Just another viewer. Luke, use the Force as often as possible. But not that much Force. Just enough. John was here. Retro Bro, thank you for being here. Dean TV was here. Don't forget, Dean TV was here, y'all. Rhea was here. What's up, Rhea? Thanks for coming. Thanks for hanging out. Anybody I missed, I apologize. If you were here and I didn't catch you, sorry about that. Okay, y'all be good. Oh, by the way, nobody is banned on my channel. Well, there is one guy that is banned, and I think he's banned on everybody's channel. But other than that, nobody. So you're welcome to come and hang out with me and just have a good time. Yeah, y'all take care. No hard feelings to anybody about anything. I'm not, you know, whatever. We don't always have to agree, but we can have a good time just hanging out. So, Trichome, thank you. I almost forgot you. Sorry. All right. I'll talk to y'all later. Y'all take care. Bye-bye.